Let's get back really quick to nutrition and eating. I've said in previous videos in this season, reminding you we are still on the fifth season, taking care of your health and talking about training, physical activities, nutrition, taking care of your brain, sleeping, and so on. And I've mentioned the importance of eating and the calories in, calories out theory, and the idea that you should be controlling what you eat and eating healthy stuff and trying to search for things that fill you up, but do not count in as many calories because, believe it or not, it's not related calories and filling. The more calories you eat, that is, if something that you eat has a lot of calories, that doesn't mean that it's going to fill you more than something that has less calories. So you can have very filling meals without consuming lots of calories. Well, when it comes to that, you also have to think strategically how you want to eat because it will make a difference and it will help you. What do I mean by how you are going to eat and think strategically? I'm going to tell you just what I do. I'm not going to tell you that this is the right way, the only way, or that it's going to be applicable for everyone and that everyone should do it and so on. I'm just going to tell you the way I do it. And as I said before, you have to find, with the help of nutritionists, doctors, whatever, what fits better for you. But I'm not a professional athlete and I don't want to be, and I'm not a fitness influencer and I don't want to be. This is one season among others that I have done that are not related to physical activity or to your health directly, and among others that I will do that are also not related to that. So this is just one part of taking care of yourself that I'm like treating on these videos. So what I do normally is I try to have around 4 meals a day, you know. And I try. It's not often happening. There are these regulations on that. My schedule is not crazy, but is not regular. I'm always traveling. I'm always moving. You will see that there is always a different background to my videos because I'm in different places. There is jet lag, there is time zone changing, sometimes big time zone changings. So I cannot tell you that it happens every day in a military way. But I try to eat 4 meals a day, and I try to put the most of the carbs that I eat in the two, in the middle, not in the first one, not in the last one. In the first meal, I try to put a lot of protein. And you will ask me, wow, that's strange because you should be having breakfast or something like this. I normally do not have traditional breakfast like people do, like cereal, yogurt, and stuff like that. I normally eat something. And I try to put protein on that. I try to put 80 to 90% of protein in that first meal. And then in the 2 second meals of the day, I try to concentrate more carbs. I try to put more carbs in those meals. I cannot tell you exactly how much. It can be 60, 70%, maybe even 80% of the meal, carbs concentrated. And then the last meal of the day, I try to put more protein again, 70, 80, 90% of protein in my meal. I do not have a regular schedule. I eat the first meal at this time, second meal at this time, third, fourth meal. No, I don't have it. I don't do a specific diet like intermittent fasting or whatever. I try as much as I can to start eating as late as possible and to finish eating as early as possible. It doesn't always happen. It's not that easy. I do not do it thinking that I want to fast or anything like that. It's just how I feel it fits me better, it suits me better. But it's not something that happens super often, very often. And I have no idea whether that is going to work for you or not. What I can tell you is as someone, as I said, who is not pretending, who has no intentions of becoming a professional athlete or a fitness influencer or whatever, I'm pretty satisfied with my physique. I would like to have a thinner waist, but I'm far from having a big waist. I would just like to have it thinner, but I have no belly or whatever. belly fat, and so on. And I'm pretty satisfied with this kind of diet. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty satisfied with the way I'm eating and the results that I am obtaining. And I do not count calories, even though I said that the more calories you eat, the higher the tendency that you're going to gain weight. And if you eat less calories, if you're on a calorie deficit, you're probably going to lose weight. Even though I do not count, I kind of instinctively count. If you ask me at the end of a day, how many calories did you eat today? Even though I didn't count, I didn't weight my food the whole day, I have an idea of what I ate in average. And as I do not have any special preparation, as I said, for athlete and so on, I do not have periods in which I take more calories, periods in which I take less calories, and so on. I basically take the same amount of calories every day, and it goes always around 2500 or something like this, sometimes a little less, rarely a bit more, but I always take around 2500 calories. And if you ask me, well, and how do you maintain your physique, we can talk about that in another video, but I can tell you I do very simple stuff. I do cardio very regularly. That is, I try, it also doesn't happen very often, but I try as regularly as I can to have a 30-minute walk after each meal. If you count, I have around 4 meals a day. That means I walk around 2 hours a day. It always goes a bit more than 30 minutes, always, never less. It always goes up to 35, sometimes 40 minutes. But I try to have that walk. If it's a bad day, I have at least two, never less than 2 walks a day. If it's a good day, which I try to make it be a good day always, I have 4 walks. That makes over 2 hours. And I do not walk like making tourism or anything like that. I really walk at a fast pace because I want better results. I walk as if I was late for work or something like this. I don't run, I don't go desperate, but I walk at a fast pace. I walk at a pace that I feel that I'm making a certain effort, not just hanging out with friends and so on, but walking at a fast pace. And by doing that, by eating 4 meals a day, around 2000, 2500 calories, with this, let's say, activity of walking plus training, I either go to the gym or I train outside. I love training outside when the weather is good. I love training outside. You can call it calisthenics if you want, but sometimes I even find out parks with dumbbells and weights and bars, just like in a normal gym. And I train there. I have no problem. What matters for me is to do a decent training and to accomplish certain results. So I do not orient myself in this direction or that direction because I have no professional goals. And I'm always oscillating in better moments at 14% body fat, and in not so good moments 15% body fat, which again, if you are a regular person, if you have no professional goals in the fitness industry or becoming a professional athlete and so on, you are very, very, very good. You are doing great. You are doing pretty decent in terms of normality. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, if you tell me, oh, 10% body fat looks amazing, you look very, very, very dry and shredded, people can see basically all your muscles and so on. It is true, but I don't have that goal. I don't have the goal of looking like something specific or competing or this or that. So if you take someone who is around 14, 15% body fat and is not a professional athlete and is not willing to compete in any kind of sport, you are doing pretty good. You are doing at a very decent, very acceptable body fat percentage. If you ask me, if I do the same thing you're doing, is this going to work for me? I have no idea. I cannot answer you that question. I don't know what your daily life looks like. I don't know what your regular activities look like. I don't know how your metabolism works. I don't know if you have good genetics, bad genetics, excellent genetics. I don't know if you have thyroid problems. I don't know if you have tendencies to become fat easier or not. it's impossible to say. I'm sharing with you the way I do things and the way they work for me, but I think you should find your own way. Again, consulting professionals, experimenting with your body and seeing how it works, how it doesn't work, and so on. I've experienced a lot with my body. I tried many things to see what worked for me, what I felt good with or not. The only thing I never tried were what I will call here drugs that athletes take for enhancing their performances, for performing better, so to say. And I am against it, and I totally not recommend you doing that. I recommend you eating well, eating correctly, eating properly, sleeping well, train hard, train good, train with will, put energy into it, and have a balanced life, because even stress, lots of stress, can change your diet, can change the way you digest stuff, and so on. And I think that's pretty much what I have to say for this video. um, Eat well, eat balanced, try to not consume many calories a day, and be physically active. And as I said in previous videos, if you go to the grocery shop by foot, if you vacuum clean your house, and if you do your dishes, and if you do your laundry, that's not physical activity. I mean, it is some kind of physical activity, but it's really irrelevant to the ultimate goals that you could be planning for yourself. If you have goals of losing weight, being in shape, and so on, this is not going to be enough. I assure you it won't. See you in the next episode.